On this Millennial Review, we're taking a look at the Super Sparrow branded water bottles. These are 3 of their different series that they have up for sale on Amazon, and Super Sparrow was kind enough to provide these 3 samples to me to be able to test out, use, and let you know what I think of them. Now, I've had all 3 of these out of the package and have been using them for a while, but I figured it'd be great to be able to go over the 3 different water bottles, pulling them straight out of their package. After that, we're going to go ahead and do a temperature test where I try to find out how well they keep cold water cold out in the summer heat and hot water hot while I put them in the freezer. So if you want to see more videos like this, be sure you hit that subscribe button. So we'll go ahead and start with this one here. This is the small mouth version of the Super Sparrow bottles, and this would be their Super Sparrow US. Now this will come in a few different sizes. The size that we have with us here, this is the 500 milliliter, and it's going to be a stainless steel bottle. Now, personally, this is my favorite of the 3 I've looked at because I think the sizing is just about right and I like the finish to it. But so it comes with this neoprene bag if you want it. It's got a little hook so that way you could clip it to a lanyard, clip it to your belt, whatever you want, because this is the size that would be perfect if you were going for a small hike. Now, looking at the bottle, one of the things that I really like about it is what they consider a sweat-resistant finish, and to me, it's one of those wrinkle finishes to it. It's got really nice feel to it. I can't wait to take the packaging off because this is the one I'm going to be using a ton myself. But the bottle itself is all stainless steel, and then it's going to be a vacuum insulated bottle. And what that means is basically it's dual layer with air in between, which is going to allow this bottle to be super resistant to temperature transfer because you've got that air layer. Now think kind of like a higher quality window would be a sealed dual pane window. It's a similar process here. The other neat thing that I like about it coming from Super Sparrow is this white piece that's inside, or it's more clear, I guess would be the right color. This is the seal on the inside of their soft grip lid. So it comes with a second seal, which is a nice thing to have for sure. And then the black grip on the outside of it, that itself, it comes with a red one as well. That way you can change up the color, get the design and the look to be just what you want it to be. So the next up is going to be the Super Sparrow XC bottle. Now I got this in 100 milliliter size. My fiance, these are the style of bottles that she likes. And interesting enough, the same day that I first started to use this bottle, we had a friend come over the house and say, "Hey, you got one of those Super Sparrow bottles too. I absolutely love them." And I thought that was kind of interesting, so I went ahead and asked her what she loved about this bottle. And supposedly it comes down to the top. And my fiance, I think, likes it the same way. Now it's going to come with 2 different gaskets that are going to seal against this lip. The top is spring loaded, as you can see, and then it's got a lock to it, so that way if you're putting it in your car, in your purse, you're going to carry it around. You don't have to worry about that top coming open or the bottle leaking around. You've got another handle or lanyard connector here, so you can carry this bottle as you need to. But what's really neat about it is it's also going to come with an infuser. So it's got a little spot here that you can drop in, you can put some fruit in there and then use the bottle. Now this is not an insulated bottle, so in our test, you'll notice that it doesn't perform as well as an insulated one. No real surprise there, but it is going to be made out of a BPA-free plastic, and it's one of those super durable feeling bottles. And finally, in the big bottle scenario here, we've got another 100 milliliter bottle, but this is going to be the Vacuum 1000 bottle. Now, this one's neat because it comes with a bunch of features, and this is sort of the Mac Daddy. It's going to have a couple of different tops that we'll take a look at in a moment. It's going to come in a nice neoprene insulated case, just like the smaller smallmouth bottle. And I should mention this is what they consider a largemouth bottle. So that means that the top here is quite a bit larger. Now it's the same design as a smallmouth bottle in that it's a vacuum sealed line. You'll see in the test that this does pretty well keeping temperatures of water stable, but it's going to come both with a sippy top as well as just a plain cap to it. So the sippy top, it's set up with a straw, but when we rotate that in, easy carry, and then you can open it up to be able to drink straight out of, lock it back down, and it's going to lock in place. And then one of my favorite things is it comes with a strap, so you're able to put it right around your shoulders and carry it. This would be an awesome option if you had, say, a big day out. Maybe you were going to the theme park, maybe you're going for a hike with some kids and you need some extra water. It's going to be set up pretty well. And if we take the neoprene cover off of it, just like the red bottle, it's going to be set up with this nice black wrinkle finish that I think looks absolutely sharp. For the first test, we're going to test out how well these do maintaining heat in the bottles. So I've filled all three of these bottles up with warm water. We're going to put them into the fridge to see how it works out. But we'll go ahead and test this one out, find its max temperature. So as we look around, so 43.1 for the red bottle, the lava bottle. For this next one, we'll test it out, make sure that we get the warmest part. 42.2 degrees for water. And then our final one is 41.3. So let's go ahead, put these in the fridge, see how it makes a difference. So we've got all three bottles out from the freezer here, and they're pretty cold to the touch. If we just do temperature on the bottle here, you can see that the bottle ranges a little bit depending on where we are. Max 9 Celsius, 11 on this bottle. It's interesting, the metal got colder than the plastic. And then finally 6.4. So what's going to be really curious is to see how cold it is inside of these bottles. And now we can see inside, and I'll tell you what, that's pretty, ooh, that's cold. So the non-insulated one's cold, but that to the finger is still warm. Man, that's curious and interesting. So is the other one. So the insulation, without question, even before we use this tool, I know is clearly working. So let's go ahead and see how warm it is in here. So 38.9. That is really impressive. I'm quite surprised with that. Now we'll do the same. So outside of this bottle, 11.9. On the inside, we'll move this around, make sure that we get the warmest spot. So the max was 10.9. So that's really interesting. The non-insulated, as expected, well, it doesn't keep water warm. Now we'll do the same on this bottle. Move around. Wow, 38.5. So that to me is incredible. Well, now let's dump these out. Let's put cold water in them, and then we're going to do the same thing outside. So we now have the cold water in here. So in the red one, we've got 20 degrees with the cold water. In the green one, we've got 21. And in the black bottle, the biggest, we've got 24 degrees. So let's go ahead and take these outside. We'll see what the temperature changes to. Looking at the thermometer, we can see that it's about 38 degrees, 100 Fahrenheit, and we've got the bottle sitting in direct sunlight. So I'll give these bottles the next, say, 2 hours, just like we did in the fridge, and find out what they do for temperature. Time to see what the temperatures are like on these water bottles. So we'll go ahead and get you clipped in and check it out. So we'll start with the big bottle first. Remember, we put nice cold water in there. Whew, and it's still pretty cold, but let's check this out. So that's 30.1. Our other bottle, this is the non-insulated bottle. See what that one comes in at. 37, so that definitely kept things a bit colder. And then finally, our little bottle here. Open this guy up. And yeah, that stayed much colder as well at 27.9 degrees. So now that you've gotten a chance to see the test with the 3 different water bottles and how they do keeping cold cold and hot hot, it's pretty neat to see just how well the 2 insulated bottles do. I'm really impressed with it. I think the whole Super Sparrow lineup is quite nice. I'm very happy with these 3 bottles. And if you're interested in checking them out, you can of course click my link down in the description below. That way you can go to these 3 bottles. But I'd also love for you to leave me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about these bottles. Be sure to leave a thumbs up while you're at it. It helps YouTube know that this was a useful video. And then of course, if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I post up product reviews like this all the time.